Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is KenMan56 Talks, and today I'm going to be talking about Ready Player One. Thank you to Dayton for suggesting this on my top 10 movies of 2019 video. If you would like to see your own movie reviewed by me, please just leave it in the comments. I will most likely do it. Ready Player One is directed by Steven Spielberg, and it's about a kid named Wade who goes into the Oasis searching for the 3 keys that the creator of the Oasis has left behind, and whoever collects those 3 keys will inherit the entire virtual reality of the Oasis and $500 billion, or something like that. While he's in the Oasis, he meets up with this girl named Artemis, and they go on the adventure of finding out how to get the keys and winning. But at the same time, there's an evil company, IOI, that is searching for the keys and will do whatever it takes to get those keys. I think this movie is good. I just right off the bat, I'll start with that. I think this movie is good, and I think the only reason this movie is good is because of the direction of Steven Spielberg. You give any other director this movie, and I feel like they butcher it, but because Steven Spielberg is such a master, his vision for this movie was so good. Yes, there is a lot of stuff I do not like about this movie. There are a lot of pop culture references, especially in the third act, that they don't work for me. I don't think I hate any of the characters really, but there's characters that I hate in the Oasis, and there's characters that I hate in the real world. And then there's characters that are really good in the Oasis and then really bad in the real world, and vice versa. Sometimes I feel like they're completely different characters. The best thing about this movie, though, is the visual effects. They are stunning. Everything just pops off the screen. The action sequences are so well helmed. It's remarkable that they work as well as they do. My favorite scene in the movie is the Shining scene. I love it. I think it's great. The ending of that scene isn't, but that's because it hits me the most because I love The Shining. So, of course, that gets boosted for me. Everybody probably has that with something they love in this movie, whether it's seeing like Tracer or, whatever. People like that stuff, and I think it's fine in this movie, but sometimes it just doesn't work. There's an excessive amount. The world building is great. They just make it feel like a video game world, but it works because everything is clearly established outside of that world. The pacing is good. It never dragged. Ben Mendelsohn, he's great. Hannah John Kamen has a character, and she's meh. Artemis, I like her in the Oasis. Her human being self is kind of bland, and maybe that is part of the plan. I think you can interpret this movie however you want. It's made for nerds, so if you love this stuff, you're going to love it more. I didn't have that big of a connection to it, and I just tried to look at it like a movie, and it's pretty average. There isn't anything super atrocious, and there isn't anything super great other than the visuals. Some of the acting is a bit corny. It's not Detective Pikachu corny, but it's up there. I do feel a lack of emotion. There's a scene where something happens. I don't really want to spoil it, but something happens to Wade's aunt. I feel like that should affect him more than it does. There's just scenes like that all the way through where it's like, do these people feel nothing? And maybe it is a social commentary on how the future we're going to be so detached from reality that these small things, big things, just don't have that weight that they would have set in current day. And I think that is maybe the greatest strength of this movie, is that you can watch it and get something different out of it. Also, it's a fun time. It's definitely, you can just throw it back with some popcorn and just have a fun time. I've been thinking about doing a different rating scale for movies because the point whatevers are, that's a bit extreme, It can just go from A+ to F, and I'm gonna plop this one right at a B-. I think that's about what I feel on it. I think it's fair. If I had to give it a number, I'd probably give it like an 8.1 or 2. I think it's a fair movie, and if you haven't checked it out, check it out. Yeah, I got the Steelbook. It's pretty dope. Thanks for the suggestion. If you got any more suggestions, just leave them down below. Make sure to subscribe and like and comment and do whatever. And until next time, I'll catch you on the flippity flip.